Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So you may notice that we're starting not in space this time. We are starting on our modded launch site on Ethel, which is a moon of a really nice gas giant. You also may notice this is not our main launch site. Well, this is not the launch site that you saw me build last time. That is because it broke and it computer stuff happened and yeah, you know. Didn't work out. I had to make a new one. This one's not as cool. It doesn't have a plain launch pad, but I threw it together for the video. Anyway, what we're launching right now is we are launching a refueling mission for our latest mothership, and after that we will be heading towards a new planet. It's a planet near a black hole. It is really cool. I forget its name, and it is probably one of the most painful KSP missions of my life because it just did not want to work, and waves are even. But we'll get into that later. So one thing that does happen here, I put in solar panels to charge the batteries, and for the nuclear saltwater engine, which is what's powering this thing, needs electricity, right? What I did not consider was the fact that there's no electricity, there's no solar power in interstellar space. I know, just blanked. Okay. However, the reason that I'm allowing myself to just use the cheat menu for this is the following. It was not my fault that I forgot fuel for the main mothership, because for some reason whenever you enter that solar system, it just gets rid of all your hydrogen fuel. I tried fixing it by setting this lander because it just felt really cheaty to like do this and use just use cheats for the hydrogen fuel. So I thought, whatever, I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I did really forget, but if you look at the clips here, I did in fact check that this rocket that I have here has a full hydrogen fuel tank. It's the big one too. And when I wind up docking it to the mothership, guess what? The hydrogen fuel tank is empty. And before you say going, oh, the engine used up all the hydrogen fuel, it did not. Because the engine barely used up any of its fuel, and the engine doesn't even run on hydrogen. It runs on nuclear salt water. So, yeah. Anyway, we're coming in for docking here, and then you will see what wound up happening. I had to, at that point, I finally decided to use cheats, because no matter how hard I tried, I feel like it would always just get rid of all my fuel. But anyway, we're coming in here for a docking. You can see the mothership up there. Personally, one of my favorite ships I've built so far. I really like the aesthetic of it. I think my next ship will be a really, really long one, though. Like the ones you see in, like, realistic science fiction and all that. I mean, this one is realistic, obviously, but, like, maybe you don't want two massive antimatter engines right next to your crew for, like, you know, obvious reasons. Actually, you know, I bet if they were to explode, you'd be screwed either way, so I guess it doesn't really matter. There might be radiation stuff happening, though. Honestly, I don't know much about antimatter. I know antimatter's not radioactive, but there's probably some radioactive stuff going on. Especially with the nuclear salt water going on, because we have some of that there, too. Nuclear salt water sounds radioactive. I mean, it has the word nuclear in it. Again, I could be totally wrong here. Radiation's a finicky thing, but anyway, yeah, we had to use cheats, and yeah, I'm sad too, I know. Anyway, we are now heading towards the black hole, which this took me a very, very long time. Thankfully, it does not have to take you a very, very long time. Ignore that explosion, that just happened. I don't know why. As I was saying, thankfully it doesn't have to take you a very, very long time, because guess what you get to do? Watch me edit the video at like 1 billion times speed. Which is nice, because, yeah, you don't want to watch me sitting here, waiting for my rocket to burn for, like, forever. I'm using Tufix here, which is one of the really nice mods that allows me to do, like, cinematic, graphics editing with, like, different light blooms and stuff like that, which is really nice, because look at that black hole. Isn't that beautiful? Like, wow. That's going in the thumbnail. Absolutely. You know, I've always liked black holes. I just find them neat. Especially if you delve into, like, the actual science of them. Like, they're really, really cool. They do some weird stuff with, like, time and space. If you ever seen the movie Interstellar, my favorite movie, by the way, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to go on a tangent there. I've been known to go on this for legit hours. So, yeah, no, I'm going to step back on the black hole talk. Anyway, here we are approaching our main target planet. So the thing is, so black holes have so much mass that when you orbit them, you're going incredibly fast. And that means that even if you do manage to get an encounter with a planet, just like you would in any other KSP planet, you're zipping past it so fast that you don't have enough time to circularize. Because I'm only in a sphere of influence for like 5 minutes, but the burn I'm doing takes like 30 minutes. So what I have to do is I have to slow down before I even get into the planet's sphere of influence, which was a challenge. This was, orbital mechanics I normally find decently easy in KSP. I mean, it's a bit of a challenge, yeah, but, like, you know, I've learned how to do it. This is a completely different type of orbital mechanics, though, because you have to plan things before they even happen. This might be a lot of camera moving around. Sorry about that if you have epilepsy or something. But I don't think it's that bad. Anyway, we're going to get our... Oh, I'm not sure what the cutting is up there, but anyway, yeah, we're coming in the atmosphere. Oh, yeah, right, the video's running a bit too long, that's why I had to do that. Right. So we're heading in the atmosphere. Originally, I did do this, again, the cheat menu. This took me, like, this was like a 4-hour mission to do. I was very tired by this point. We're using the cheats here so that we don't burn up in the atmosphere. Now, I have a rationale for this, okay? The rationale is that I did get it to work, it's just that I ran out of fuel because I had to slow down so much near the planet. What I could have done, simply, was bring the mothership in closer and use its fuel, which obviously has, like, pretty close to unlimited fuel, so that wouldn't really matter that much. But, well, I didn't make any good quick saves at that point, and, again, normally I would just suck it up and find another way, maybe just redock, but, yeah, I was really tired. We were already, like, 3 hours in the mission here, and this was even before, like, the hard part that you'll see in the blooper reel, which is, like, most of it, which is the landing, actually. This is a completely water world. It's don't click off yet just because it's a water world. Like, oh, it's boring, there's no land to explore. Oh, trust me, it's very cool. It's probably my favorite planet so far. And that is because of the waves. Going full interstellar here. I'm sure I mentioned that earlier. The waves here are very, very big. Oddly enough, they don't seem that big, like, when you land, but they actually have some really cool, like... Kakabalo has some really cool water effects here, where, like, it actually moves around your spaceship versus, like, just water on Kerbin, where you just land and then, like, you're landed. Here it actually, like, throws your spaceship all around, which was annoying, and you'll see when I try to get a Kerbal out, like, the Kerbal would get out successfully, but then a huge wave would hit me, shoot the spaceship in the air, and the spaceship would come down and explode because it's going down so fast. So what I just had to do is I just had to land, do some quick science readings, and then come back up. But if you want to see some Kerbal swimming around in the ocean and getting thrown around from here to there, and, you know, watching their spaceship explode, you will get to see that, don't worry, because that's at the end in the blooper reel. Again, I tried that for like an hour. Anyway, here we are. I swear that's the last of the cheats in the video. But anyway, we are finally coming down, and we are going to get to land in the water. Okay, you're like, oh, those waves aren't that big. We're still really, really high up. And I'm doing a lot of cinematic shots here, like if you press the F1 or maybe F2 key in KSP, I'm not sure, I have a muscle memory, but you will just it will get rid of like all the UI and stuff, so you just see the main screen, which is what I did here, because I'm very excited for the cinematic video do-over. I've been thinking a lot about that recently that I'm gonna do, like once I finish this series here, and I'm gonna just use clips from all the other YouTube videos, you know. So I'm trying to do more cinematic shots so I can more easily slap those together without having to edit out everything. Because editing is hard, and I don't like it. I will do it, but I don't like it. Anyway, here we are just bleeding off speed by doing some ups and downs. Totally what professional pilots do. They just, like, go up and down until they lose speed. 100%. Which, I'm positive. That's exactly what they do. This is something. Anyway, that was actually a really nice landing on my opinion. Bit of an actual flash here, I think, coming up soonish. Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. But, yeah, I think it might be the video, but I do put the camera down and, like, flashes with, like, the water and stuff. But, anyway, we did some science, now we're just going to fly up. Maybe I'm messing. It's been a while since I recorded this, I've had a lot of stuff to do, so I wasn't. I recorded it, edited it, then I'm doing the audio like a week later. Okay, never mind. No flashing lights. That's during the blooper reel then. Don't watch the blooper reel if you have epilepsy. Okay, anyway, moving on. Here we are. We are successfully flying away. Very, very, very dense atmosphere, and I'm gonna have to turn around here. And I'm just gonna put this in fast speed because we're already running out of time. Put on some montage music. Hope you enjoy all that. Yeah, anyway, Here we go. Just gotta turn around because we don't think we're heading in the right And welcome back. Well, we're still doing the montage thing, but I've run out of music. So here we are. Anyway, we are going to redock with the mothership. Don't click off yet because we're just going to skip through all this. I promise you coming up real soon is the blooper reel. It's really nice. Like, by real soon, I mean like probably 30 seconds. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does really help the channel. Yada yada yada. Basic YouTuber monologue. No one likes to hear that, but whatever. I kind of gotta do it. It's basically my job at this point. Just be like and subscribe, even though I don't get paid for this. Just like, you know, YouTuber stuff. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't got the memo. You should do that. Yeah, I noticed docking. I tried to dock over there. It wasn't my docking port. Not good at talking over this. Anyway, enjoy the blooper reel.